Hi everybody. How we doing today? Gonna be doing a Fabled Saga Archnotes box opening. Now, the one thing I will say, I was only able to get at the time. I was only able to get one of these from the Kickstarter, mostly just because I didn't know anything about it. I was already kind of real heavy into Flesh and Blood, so and Magic collecting. So some of these boxes that I got were super cool from a seller, Buzz TCG. So very cool of them. Buzz.tcg on Instagram, I believe, is their handle. Super cool seller. Got to me that same night that I purchased them, and over the weekend got them to me. It's now, I believe it's Monday. I don't even know, and I don't know when this video is going to come out. So whatever day it is, that's the day it is. So we're gonna go ahead and open this. I haven't opened anything specific other than the booster packs that were on the little shorts that I did. But otherwise, this is kind of a new experience. This is my first time opening the box product for this. And so we're all going to kind of experience it together. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what is really... I haven't pulled anything crazy. Let's just be honest. I haven't pulled anything crazy out of those 4 packs that I did prior. The packaging's super cool. I will say this reminds me so much of Grand Archive. And it kind of, what's the game called? It's Shadow something. It was a game I really wanted to be excited for when it released to us here in the US. And honestly, it just didn't happen. Again, I think at the time I was super into Flesh and Blood, which I still am. I'll be doing some Rosetta box openings. But, yeah, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of those. Shadowverse. That's what it was. It was Shadowverse Evolved or something like that. And that was the US release of it. So we're going to see about opening these and see what we get. I know the main hits are going to be the rainbow signatures. Also, if there's one thing I've learned from any of the packs that I opened prior, we're cutting these because it's no paper pack. Let's just say that. Now you're gonna watch me struggle even doing this. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Don't know what that is. I'm going to actually read it and not look through my viewfinder. This is the ends of Illyria. Illyria. I can't say that. When it enters the sector zone, each player ends. So this is the other thing about this game. It's a little interesting. The sector zones almost feel like the macro zones from Flesh and Blood, which just came out with Rosetta. And I think they had it in the previous Ilaria, I believe. But they just kind of, I think they're a larger, wider zone effect, I guess you could say, or a macro effect. It's kind of interesting. That's a cool card. I need to get it in frame. There we go. Bane Addercop. Don't know what that is. Griffith Electrostatic Conductor. Nothing special. Art looks cool though. Attention, target up to 2 characters and opposing players convoke. And then and convoke zone, change them to I believe that's the damage or the attack position. So I'm assuming that means if it would go from let's see, where's convoke? I'm trying to remember. Convoke is up here. So then I don't know where it would take it. It's the zones. I had to look up a YouTube video on it yesterday. Caspian Conduit of Knowledge. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Hexister? Karai? I'm going to butcher all these names. Day of Rest. I believe that this is one of the recurring characters. I've seen a lot, not Judith, but like something to that effect. I've seen a lot of people pulling her foiled card. Oddling Paimon, I've seen that one. Okay, and then there's some mana orbs and a token. Cool. Put tokens, orbs, and then I don't know. Okay, so this is the rare, and you can tell. Oops, as I bump my camera, you can tell by the little R. Focus. Focus. I don't know how to make it focus. Anyway, there's a little R right there. You can trust me on that. So I guess that's the rare, and the Bs I assume are basics. That's my way of thinking. That's what we're gonna call it. So we'll put the rare. We'll stack the rares right there, and we'll put the basics over there. Okay. Next pack. There's 24 packs in a box, so we'll go through these a little quicker as we go. Get through that. Okay. Zephyr of the Holy Alignment. It's a character, I believe. Little koi of the iridescent wild. I was gonna say a koi unicorn, a coinicorn, but of course my brain left me. Iala, Dancer of Daylight. I can't pronounce these names at all, so if anybody wants to correct me down in the comments, go for it. Colossal Cairn. It's a sector card. It's a basic. Athenium of Shadows. That's a cool card. My buddy made the comment. I sent him some photos, and he let me actually. I want to read the comment verbatim. So hold on. Let me grab that. So it says, doesn't look like the designer's main goal was gameplay. And I said, well, you know. And then you see cards like this, and you're like, yeah, it could be accurate. Could be accurate. Alright, there is a Vandal, the Pilfer Lizard. Everybody loves corgis, so that looks like Edelwolf. Okay, that's a little too close to another name that I kind of screwed up. Hey, look at that! Look at that! I don't know what that is. That's not signatured, but it's foiled. So that says Elysium? Oh, that's a parable. Okay, so I have been reading about this. There's a little P down here at the bottom, and I believe that is the parable. 10th Decadic Gathering Souls. So there is no signature. We're generally looking for signatures, but that's a nice looking card, and it's foiled. So we're going to and then here's these little guys. We're going to assume that that's going to be a nice hit of some sort. The textured foiling is super cool too. Alright, here we go. So that was second pack in. There are serialized cards. There's like a 1 of 10 or a something of an X of 10, I believe. But I've never actually seen them in person. Distraction Technique. I gotta make sure I'm reading all of the little bottoms, the rares, and the basics. Oh, little dragon, dude. Another little jet. Now that looks like Falcor. If anybody, it's like if Falcor had a Isekai rebirth redemption. The first Kane. I have a foil one of these somewhere. I think I got it as a promo, actually. Right now I don't know what I'm looking at. Guardians, Spirits of the Magi. That's cool. Controlled Fury Volax. It's like a. That is like a male demon Biken from Guilty Gear. At least from what I can tell, because it doesn't look like he has an arm. Petrified. That's cool. Another either Mythic, Majestic, or something for all the other ones, for all the other games that we play. That's cool. What is it? GG Gentle Soul. Target character gains plus 100 soul once per turn. And a Judgment, which I believe can be used once per game. Minus 100 Vitality. It looks like it's the cost. Send this character to the Afterlost, which is your graveyard. Generate 2 orbs of this character's element, which would be... I don't know what that is because I haven't seen it yet. Oh, wait. Is that... No, that's not it. It's a Gale Orb, so we're going to put that one over here. We're going to run out of room pretty soon. Okay, so we'll put rares just right here, because nobody, whatever. We'll keep all the sparkly, crazy stuff up there. And a Stone Giant for the token. I actually haven't seen this one, Gale Orb. This is a new one. I have only really seen the fire and the umbral, or the shadow ones, and I'm just calling them whatever I can think of at first. Ancient Atmosphere. That's a pretty card. That in foil would be sick. At the start of each player's turn, if they have less than 3 cards in their hand, draw 1 card. Basic. I really should be keeping track of that. Uliana, Fortified Bulwark. That is a Terra, so obviously Earth card. Somebody asked. I remember somebody asking somewhere, maybe it was a Whatnot stream, if there was dragons, and I hadn't seen any. I mean, that looks like a dragon to me, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. Umbral, which is the shadow. When this character is sent to the Afterlost, an opposing player sends the top card of their deck to the Abyss, which I think is the exile zone. You know what I just noticed too? The little... I just remembered there's a little K for Kickstarter, which is super cool. Archnote, Astronomy, Alignment. And apparently you have a separate Archnotes deck, which I think might be the equivalent. It's not quite... I guess it's like a live sideboard, right? It's not exactly a sideboard necessarily, but... Resounding Loss. Each player sends 1 character from the Convoke Zone to the Afterlost. Yeah, so, okay. Afterlost is Graveyard. Archnote. Forbidden Order. Opposing player has 2 or more cards in their hand than you do. Okay, so the condition is if they have 2 or more cards in their hand than you do, you get to draw 1 card, and that's a standard charm. And so, to my knowledge, charms are almost like Magic's enchantments. Now, okay, I was just making sure the card wasn't beat up or anything, because it kind of looked like it had a little chunk missing, but part of the drawing, I think. Sinroshi. Pretty. Encroaching Shadow. Another little M. Mythical. I don't know what they call the M's. So that's cool. So that's a whole separate foiling right there. Or a whole separate layer, I should say. That's really neat. I have a friend of mine who does printing who would actually really enjoy that. We always used to talk about that kind of stuff in the printing, with just little nuances like that in printing and paper printing, stuff like that. All right, there's your brofu, so the waifu. Magic's Masterful Lockdown, another charm. Okay, basic. Sprant Helping Hand. There's our Harem Wings of Abaddon again. There's another Archnote. Grants Hidden Blueprints. I've seen this one, Bountiful Harvest. That is in the Initiator deck, so that one's pretty cool. Wistful Wisp. I want to say I've seen this one too. You may send 1 card in a target player's Afterlost to their Abyss, so you can exile it. Souls of the Kindle Mage. It's a cool looking card. Send this character to the Afterlost. Okay, so that's a manual. So you have to manually activate this to send this character to the Afterlost. Target character you control gains plus 50 attack until the end of turn. So it's just a straight buff from a character. Team up. There's the rare. You know, they got some stuff. Violet Visions. Okay, cool. So that, okay, so it's basically just one. I actually really like the, I'm assuming that's the Sylvan Orb. I thought that was like the Terra Orb, but I really like that. So then I don't know how many elements there are in this game. This is the only, or this is the very first set of cards that I have ever actually opened with scissors, and it is very disorienting. Temporal Displacement. It's cool. Return target character to its owner's hand. So that's just a blue bounce. Tactical Assault. You must have no character in the Convoke Zone and at least 3 characters in your hand. Interesting. Reveal your hand, send 1 character in an opposing player's Convoke Zone to the Afterlost. Okay, so it's just removal. Basic removal. If you're behind, I assume, like for aggro decks. Sophia Wins Grace. Cute card. Dream Sweeper Indigo. Nice. I just now noticed all the water. It's a good looking card. My dude. Bunt is his name. Death Forest Hunter. Alright, fair. Fair. Consprine Olivibos. Man, I swear, I'm college educated and I can't even read these. Frostbear, the Frozen Paw. I've seen a couple of those. Very cool. Quark. I have a foil of him. That's the rare. And then Aqueous Orb. Cool. Token. I'm gonna cut one of the cards. Just watch. It'll be here for everybody to see too. Ember's Embrace. Conjure of Fate. That's cute. Dolan's Research. When activated, choose one, and it's -2 orbs. It says standard. I don't know. Oh, wait, no. Standard doesn't refer to the orb. Standard actually refers to the speed with which you play it, I believe. So it would be versus like an instant. Let's see. Radiana, Climbing Ivy. That's cute. Banished into the Void. Sprites of Deathfrost. Prime Nimbus. Little wonky on the hand art. Not AI wonky, but definitely a little off. And a foil Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. Is that spelled right? Metamorphosis. Target character you control. Until the end of this turn, target character becomes a copy of any opposing character. That's sick. That's very cool. And then fire in our little Nagini. Cool. Okay, we've seen her. Temporal Displacement. Magikid. Akiko of Petals. Kyot. Samina, Cunning and Calico. Deadlock Drifter. Ember's Embrace. Savelli, Maiden of the Sea. We're looking for some alt arts too. Dolan's Research. Mischievous Merriment. So this one is one of the team up cards, which means it's the rare. And you have to have both of these characters to be able to play it. And I believe what you do is you sack them, you sacrifice them basically, and then you get to play the card. So it's like they're both basically on the field then at that given time. All right, we're gonna do. Man, I don't like that. These packs are just. It's faster to rip them, but man, it does not feel good ripping them like that at all. I miss the easier to open packs. Depth Welt. I'm not even gonna try. That's a pretty cool card though. Like the two colored eyes. That's really neat. We've seen this one. Turk, Keeper of the Flame. Notes of the Akashi. Crystallizing Droplet, Freyla. So it's a level 0 character. Send this character. Okay, so we have to. Let's see. Instinct Manual. I don't know what instinct refers to. Afterloss. Send this character to the Abyss. So she has to be in the. Maybe it's because she has to already be in the Afterloss as part of her cost. Send this character to the Abyss. Each player targets one character they control. Targeted character gains stasis. Interesting. I haven't seen stasis yet. Really? We literally just got 2 of those. Man. All right. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's useful. I don't. You know what? To be fair, I didn't read it the first time, so let's read it this time. Each player discards 1 card, so it's a sync, which means that you have to take a turn to apply it to a character. We'll just pretend there's a character there. And then 1 turn to desync it. So that means you basically, if you're unequipping it, it takes 1 turn until you can use it again. Send this apply to the Abyss and reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a charm, add it to your hand. Otherwise, shuffle it into your deck. I'm not smart enough with TCGs to be able to figure out how to utilize that. So I'll wait till somebody comes out with a better explanation. When convoked, if an opposing player controls more characters than you, target 1 supply that is synced to a character, send it to the Abyss. Okay. So that's a D equip if it automatically fulfills that role. Ryoko, Lady of the Jade Mist. That's a good looking card right there. Right there. That's good foiling. I like how this, even the name is in gold. That's actually really cool. Very cool. P. I'm assuming it's a parable then. Now, I haven't been checking the orbs to see if any of them are foiled. I don't think they are, though. They look pretty, but I don't think any of them are foiled. So 2 Ps so far, which, like I said, I'm assuming those are parables. And then we have our Ms, which are majestics or mythics or magical. We've seen this one, wonky hand, whoops. Let's see. I haven't seen this one. Okay, so this is a supply. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, put the other 2 back in any order. Previously synced characters, elements is now Sylvian. Mana fix-ish? Wait, hold on. Previously synced characters element. Okay, so it just changes their element. Cunning and Calico, seen that one. This one's new. Deadlock. No, it isn't. Deadlock Drifter. Deadlock something rang a bell. Dolan Ace Croupier. When convoked for the first time this game, draw 1 card each time after. Shuffle 1 card from your hand into your deck. And then, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. I like the gambling aspect of that. I've seen this one. Turn character to their owner's hands after 4 turn. Minus 300 vitality. Good lord. Team up. We've seen that one. Cool. Just a dude. Time-worn grunt. Tolstoy. Just a dude. Sometimes it's just a dude. Maiden of the Sea. Another dude. But a cooler looking dude. Sometimes it is just a cooler looking dude. Because you gotta have the cool dudes and the not so cool dudes. Cursed Mask of Gold, supply. You know. Alice, the Tax Collector. Interesting. Seen that one. Clairvoyant. Kingdom of Hallison. Cool Umbral and Token. Okay, that was a little bit more satisfying. I hope that was in frame. See, Scepter, Moonberry's Yum. Okay, so there's a Moonberry's. This is great. This is actually very fitting. Moonberry's Yum and Moonberry's Yuck. Moonberry's Yum, when activated, choose one. Each player draws 1 card. Target character's soul becomes 0, which I believe is their life force. So you, in essence, I think you'd kill them. Or it makes them kill a bull, is what I should probably say. Because if their soul is 0, I would guess if they're attacked, then they can kill them instantly. Unless I'm totally wrong. This is all assumption. And then Moonberry's Yuck, when activated, choose one. Each player discards 1 card. Target character's soul becomes 300. Well then. That is a very different thing. Seen that one. Cindy G, Traveling Artist. That's a cool one. I hope there's an alternate art I can get of that one. That's a neat one. Being an artist myself, traveling artists are neat. Samson's Tales. Shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck and draw 1 card. Shuffle 1 card from your Afterlost into your deck. Okay. Alright. And then Archnote Rare, Hallison's Tax Revolution. So if my memory serves, that's Alice, the Tax Collector. Convoke 3 Hallison tokens. Halosian tokens. Cool. Orb. Cool. Alright, we're getting close to about the halfway point. Not quite there, but getting close. Seen it. Several. There's my gambler girl. Oops. Okay, so the one thing I will say is these cards are a little slick, and so they do not stack well. Yep. Average dude. Pike. Not so average girl. Leolette. Energetic Rogue. I do remember seeing one of these in the... I think I pulled in one of the loose packs. Cool. Oh, that's a rare. How funny. I wish there was a... now, this is me complaining about absolutely nothing. I wish there was an easier way to tell what's a rare. But that's obviously me just also being an idiot and not looking at the card. Oh, that makes me so nervous. How did we even get here to this opening point? Like, how? Why? It's because I got away from the scissors, wasn't it? I should have just went with the scissors. Alright. Cool dude. Alice. Cindy G. Let's see. Big old hammer. If you played WoW, it's a big old hammer. Asselt, the clairvoyant. We've seen him. Moonberries. Yum. Scalf. It's my little dude. My guy Scalf. And then Saley, Herald of the Land. When this character is sent to the Afterlost during strike phase, I'm assuming that's attack phase, search your deck for a character with 150 or less defense, reveal it, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Cool. Okay, this is officially, I believe, halfway through. Oh, come on. And they just keep you guessing on how to open these. Celestial Effigy, I've seen a few of those. Cursed Mask of Gold, Sunbury's Yuck, we've seen it. There's Male Biken, Sin Scepter, there's old Falcor, back from the dead. Guardian Spirits of the Magi. Hey, there's a foil bow in the M slot. Cool. Let's actually look at it. I don't even know what that does. Let's look at it. So to sink is one turn, and the opposing player discards one card, and to desync is one turn. Search your deck for one level 0 Umbral character, reveal it, and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Okay, so it's I guess it's a tutor effect is the best way to. Colossal Cairn. There is Athenium of Shadows. I was going to make a comment, but we are not. Sabini, Twisticat. What does this one do? If the character was sent to the Afterlost due to an effect of a character in your Convoke Zone, generate one Inferno Orb. Alright, and that is an automatic activation. Spark Chaser. It's crazy ex-girlfriend vibes. Lily of the Unveiling Dawn. Unveiling Dawn. I can read. Ancient Atmosphere we've seen. Attention. Critical Moment. That is the rare. I have a foil one of these. That's actually really cool. Looks really nice. Like I said, their foiling. So we're at about the halfway point. Their foiling is some of my favorite. Like Flesh and Blood's cold foils were probably my favorite. These are a close second. And then there's some of Magic's foilings are okay. I'm kind of over Magic's foil treatments. There's our Vandal. There's Zephyr of the Holy Alignment. Astronomical Alignment. Day of Rest. I want to say her name is Judith or some type of a Judith. Something of that. Ooh, cards are slipping off screen. All right. Dancer of Daylight. So that Codal of Storms Savelli. That's cool. That is a condition. Opposing players search their deck this turn. Shuffle target player's deck once per turn. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Alright, let's keep it moving. Okay. Haven't seen him in a minute. Haven't seen her in a minute. Haven't seen him in a minute. There's our Corgi. Catacombs from Below. This is a sector, which I would have never guessed because there's a person on it, so that's a little misleading. Your Afterlost has at least twice as many characters as an opposing player's Afterlost. That's a very specific condition. Send one character in opposing player's Afterlost to the Abyss, so you're exiling every time that the condition is met. But it doesn't say if it's automatic or not, so I'm assuming it's just it's not a judgment. I'm assuming it's a once per turn thing. Well, I'm also an idiot because it says once per turn, so, you know, What do they say? Reading the card explains the card. Gigi's Pitfall. If an opposing player controls more characters than you, send target character they control with the lowest attack value to the Afterlost. Bane of Attercop. I open this on another one. Hey. Kalidal, the Kalistan Spark. I'm not even gonna. So, when convoked, change the element of target orb you control. That's neat. Change target character's element. Okay. Oop. That's pretty cool. It's a mythic. Majestic. Magical. Metamorphal. Get out of here. Go on. Go. One of my favorites. Ooh. Ceremonious Rituals. An opposing player exhausts one orb. That's a control. Or a control deck is what I should say. Cool, cool. There's my Stir the Pot. Condition: you performed a mulligan one or more times at the start of the game. During your first turn of this game, generate one normal orb for each mulligan you performed. That's interesting. That's actually pretty cool, like a little cool meta aspect. Stormrage Gaius. Adventure Awaits. And then the team up for the rare. Almost done. We got 4 more left. 5. This is 5. 4 after this. Another cool one. Another Gaius. Another GG. Another Catacombs. Another Indigo. I actually really like this card. I hope I can find it in a foil. Another cool one. Let's Stir the Pot. Replenish is a rare. I didn't know if it was a team up or not. Alright. Rituals. Little Wisp action. Little Magic's Masterful Lockdown. Little Corpse Brene. Sophia. Adventure Awaits. I've been looking for the Aragul. There's 2 different Araguls, the alt art and the regular, and I'm trying to find those. Okay, so this might be my new favorite card, just because I love all of the ones that reference this in Magic. Send one character you control to the Abyss. Convoke one character from your Afterlost. That's sick. Oh, of course it's a rare. I'm keeping that off. That one's my new favorite, so we're keeping that right there. It is a rare, but it's my favorite, so we're keeping it. All right, 3 packs. Let's get an Aragul. Come on. Let's get an Aragul alt art. That one almost threw me off. Conjure of Fate. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draws that many cards. That's cool. Big fan. Ooh, another Majestic. Yeah, so this is what I was kind of talking about. They have 2 very distinct layers of foiling, and I'm trying to catch it on, trying to catch it on camera. But very cool that they were able to do that, to get the foiling on the back, the character, and then the foiling of the character holding it. That's really neat. All right, 2 packs left. Come on. Got it. Bountiful Harvest. Taiwan. Radiana. Prime. Sprites. Bunt. Oh, my cards are falling all over the place, so they're too slick. They're just too slick. I like matte finishes. Okay. Alright, last pack. Come on. Kitty. Distracting Technique. Sampo's Tales. Lily of the Unveiled. Almost just gave away the ending. Petrified the First Cane. Soothsayer Samkin. Alright. Well, I don't know if that's a great opening or a not so great opening, but there we are. There's all our rares. I'm going to put that one on top because that one is my favorite. The Necromancy, and these are our Mythic, Majestic, Magical. Oh, that's interesting. Check that. Wow, that is some damage. I'm hoping you can see that. That thing has a big old gash in it. Dude. Wow. I don't know if the camera can see it, but there's a huge gash right there. Wow. I probably should check these a little bit clearer then, because I did not. That's the first one I've ever noticed. That's wild, man. Okay, well, whatever. It wasn't on one of the parables, so who cares? And these were our 2 parables. Now, they are not signed, so I will say I don't know their value. I don't know anything about them. I just know that they have gold names. I don't know if that makes a difference, but their actual names are in gold and no signatures. Normally, we'd be looking for a gold signature or a gold or a rainbow signature to get the serialized ones. But nonetheless, 2 parables, a bunch of M's, and I got one damaged M that has a pretty significant gash in it. All right, there you go. More of these to come.